Leon, you got to run. Congrats on 70k subs. Nice seeing me again. Thank you. Yes, 70k is pretty crazy. I do remember there was a time when I first started the YouTube channel, and I grew quite fast. But for the first 6 months, I grew very slowly. And then after 6 months, I dropped my first, How Pro DMs video. I started growing really fast, and I got, 25k subs in 6 months. And for me, that was insane. I couldn't believe it. And I remember thinking, I don't want to tell people yet. And I don't want to, make out that I'm, doing this thing properly. I guess I thought I wouldn't feel like a YouTuber, quote-unquote content creator. I wouldn't feel like one until I hit around 70k. I remember thinking those thoughts. 70k is a good number. If I can hit 70k, it means I can definitely hit 100k. And it means I can definitely, push beyond that. It means that I'm not just, someone who looked out. I've grinded for it, you know? And now I'm here, 70k. Pixel Ninja, sometimes your D&D players are dumber than you thought. Oh no. Don't say that about them. Don't say that about them. Okay, what's up, OKSGM? Right, so, yeah. This whole stream, it's gonna be part of a bigger video where we take a look at Etsy stuff in all its glory. I did a poll asking how much money I should spend on Etsy getting D&D stuff, and you guys said I had 3 options. I think the first one was $200, the second was $300, and oh my god, shall I buy a slide? The third was $2,000, something insane. And most people cared about my wallet. I was really surprised. Most people said $500, and $500 won. I am going to break that now already. I'm gonna say actually the budget is $300 for 2 reasons. One, I didn't realize I had so little money in my bank account at the time, and 2, I think I'm gonna get screwed over by tariffs. I think some of this stuff might be coming from the States, and when I've bought stuff like this in the past, it has added up, and I think I will still end up spending $500 if I say the budget is $300. And a lot of this stuff is seemingly not too bad. I'm happy if we get between 5 and 7 items for this video, right? So all we're going to be doing is I have a bunch of tabs open right now of stuff that I've looked at in Etsy. But also, if you guys find anything, if you guys go to Etsy, Canada.ca, if you guys go to Etsy.ca, or find something similar in the US and let me know and I can search for it here. You can also go to Discord and you can post links on my Discord and I will pull them up here and we can vote to see whether we buy it. Axe and Shield makes great stuff. Is that an Etsy seller? Look. Yeah, and we can also do it by Etsy sellers as well. Okay, well that just took me to legitimate weaponry. And also, this isn't just tied to D&D stuff. It can be fantasy-related, cool stuff. My intention here is to not just make a video where I look at this stuff, but also to decorate this room with really cool stuff and potentially buy my wife a nice gift. So remember that. Remember that. If I get my wife something nice, that'd be perfect. If I get some cool stuff in here, D&D adjacent, that would be nice. And if you guys just want to see some weird stuff, the weirder the better for a video where I can, unbox it and look at it and try it out, then that's perfect. You got their initiative tracker, Axe and Shield. So I searched that and all I got were axes and shields, which does make sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. And if we want an axe, I'm just throwing this one out there. If we did want an axe, we could get one for $141. So, you know. But if we wanted a full shield and axe set, 200. Dude, these seem way cheaper than I thought they would be. They're way cheaper than I thought they would be. Why do I think an axe and shield would be like $1,000? Holy crap. Do you think this would look cool on my wall somewhere? Like, I think it'd be cool over there. Just on the wall, just an axe shield situation. Get the Discord up, just people do want to chat in there. You can start in a general chat, I guess. One second, let me just mute my phone for a second. It's probably cosplay props and not actual weapons. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even need actual weapons, I guess. I'm not like a connoisseur of it. If it looks cool, it looks cool, you know? Yeah, say so in the title. Homemade Viking shield, nice design. Cosplay prop. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, if I wanted an actual axe, it'd probably cost me a lot more money, right? How much would an actual axe cost? For a throwing axe, these look pretty legit. They're only tiny, though. Dude, I can get a throwing axe for $12. Pretty... That's pretty wild. That's pretty cheap. But okay. On to some, like, actual D&D stuff now, though. So we'll see how this kind of goes in general, and we will change it if we need to. But as of right now, we will do polls on whatever platform, since I'm on both Twitch and YouTube right now, whichever platform has the most viewers at that point, we'll do a poll on, see if we should get it. And we're starting with this, which was one that I grabbed, which is a Dice Goblin Monster book box, handmade maple D&D mimic. And it's $66. So our $300 budget, it would eat up a lot of that. I should say, any donations or any money given to me, especially from Jeff Bezos, during this stream will just go straight into this budget as well. If you got any free Twitch Prime subs, make sure you throw them my way. And the question is, what do you guys think of this? It's kind of very creepy. It definitely looks a lot better. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's tiny. Wait. I thought it was big. It has one dice set in it. Oh, now I don't like it as much at all. I thought it was like a full-sized, like, this big kind of vibe. Alright, so. How easy is it? Quick poll. Got a poll. Yes, no. So, my question is, do I buy the book Mimic for $66, eating up a sixth of our budget? And it's looking like a no. Yeah, it's looking like a no. I'm tempted to agree with that. So, oh, it's axe and shield. We'll look at axe and shield next. We'll move on from the axe and shield. Oh, is it these guys? No. Axe and shield. Oh, okay. I actually kind of like the look of some of this stuff already. Let me have a look, see what takes our fancy. So they have... I mean, the 3D combat visor is probably the coolest thing, right? But it's $82. But the idea that you can be fighting on multiple levels or like flying on multiple levels is very, very cool. Look at that. So that's very, very cool. Yeah. What do you think of this? Oh. God, there must be an easy way to do it. Okay, new poll. The yes or no on the multi-level 3D combat visor here. A deluxe set of 3D combat visors are built to last. The combination of plates and multiple interchangeable solid acrylic rods with rod connectors allows the player or DM multiple height configurations. Photos from reviews. Yeah, it looks like a Star Trek. They have like a 3D chess game in Star Trek, I think. That's kind of what it reminds me of. These prices you, but could be very cool at the table. We can like put it at the end of the list as well, and if we have budget at the end, we can come back to it, right? Hold on. We have 3 votes on YouTube right now. Are people on Twitch, would they rather... Let me do a vote on Twitch as well and just see what the engagement is like over there. Yes or no? Right, so there's one on Twitch as well. And that is, everyone's saying no on Twitch. But they might just be trying to fight YouTube. Okay. All right. So there are out of 3 votes for yes on YouTube, and we have 3 votes on Twitch. Only in total, it's 4 yes and 2 no. But we'll let that poll run to fruition. I think it's got like 20 seconds left, and I will start preemptively throwing this guy in the basket. So Twitch said 2 people said no on Twitch, and oh no, that's the same thing. I got excitable. And 3 people said yes on YouTube. So that's a buy. That's our first basket. Okay. Solid stuff. Throw that down here. All right. Next up, we have the Dice Crossbow, of course, for $37.52. Okay, let me note this down, actually. That was $82 for the first thing. Where are my pens at? I want this as well. And I should say, I didn't say it before, I'm going to give myself 3 vetoes for you guys. Fear points, if you will. If you want to buy something that I really don't want you guys to get, I can veto it by spending one of those points. Or if I really want to get something that you guys don't want to get, I can get it, spending a fear point as well. So we're at $82, and then start a new poll over here. So for the dice crossbow. Yes. No. Crossbow. Okay, so I've got 2 polls going, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. Uh, 100% yes on Twitch. And then lost my poll now. 100% no on YouTube, but with only 1 vote on YouTube. So Twitch might be the place for the voting. We have 4 votes on YouTube, on Twitch so far. Hard no. You just feels gimmicky and honestly dangerous. Well, I mean, that's why we're testing it out, right? Like, I'll get my hands on it and we can see how gimmicky it is. It does seem a little bit dangerous. I can't see it being too bad. But yeah, definitely. I wonder if... I swear I've seen one in the past where it absolutely flies out, and this seems a little bit more tame. I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun as hell. I don't think I would ever use it in a game, but I think having it on my D&D shelf, when people come around like, what is that? And I'm like, check it out. It's a dice crossbow. And they're like, why did you do this? And I can say, oh, it was a stream. You know, it was for a video. And then I get to have the dice crossbow without, you know, any of the negative effects of it. That D6 bounced hard off the table. It's fine. It's not a it's fine. All right. 5 people voted. Okay. And it looks like it is 3 people saying no and 2 people saying yes, which honestly has surprised me a lot. Are there a lot of dads in chat? Is that what it is? Or a lot of people with kids in chat who are just looking at this and thinking it's an accident waiting to happen? You're probably biased because this would end up in hands of your 6-year-old. That would be not. Yeah, I'm gonna spend, I think, my first veto on this, and say we get it, because honestly, think of the YouTube thumbnail. Just think of it. I've only got 2 more vetoes left, and then that is gonna be 7. All right, so we're a third of the way through our budget. Okay. Using that fair early. I want the crossbow. I want the crossbow. Okay. Check the options, see how much it is at. Yeah, oh, actually, that's a good point. That's a really good point. For both these, I guess. Without nameplate? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. And then crossbow colors. There ain't no way. This is like an Uber Eats order. No way. So they're just adding stuff to it. What's the cheapest possible one? All right, purple and black is the one that adds no money to it. But thank you. So if I go back to this, no, this is just straight up That's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I was going to get conned in a big way there. Thank you, Mind Over Muses. All right. Next up, the squishy D20. I mean, come on. It's a D20 that squishes. I'm very tempted. Like, I really want like a stress ball kind of D20 that also works. You guys know I'm kind of a sucker for potentially just very unique dice. And this is pretty weird and unique. So, we'll see, because you guys keep surprising me. Iron Engineer, thank you for the subscription. We subscribed for 2 months. Thank you, dude. All right, let me, and that will add to that's $2 added to the $300. Right, I wanted to start a poll, a yes, no, and then on Twitch. I'm just gonna start doing yes, no. Wishy dice. As a former Etsy seller, I know all the tricks sellers use to show the lowest price on a search. Yeah, and we should say here, this is $33. We do have an option as well. But it looks like this is all good. It's just pure color. I kind of like just, what's the black one like? $2 will cover the tax. I think $2 will set us up straight. Thank you, iEngineer, for single-handedly making this video a success. What is happening? Why are you guys so against me spending any money here? Okay, I think you guys think there's really good stuff coming in the future, right? Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so 75% no on Twitch. 100% no on. Okay, okay. Moving on. Onwards and upwards. You know how I was saying I would love to get my wife a gift of some kind? I think getting this cat getting this cat's face on a dice. No, don't. No. I think getting this cat's face on a dice is so cute and would go down so well. Think of the husband points, guys. Isn't it cheaper on Halo Forge? Maybe, but we're not doing a Halo Forge stream. We're doing the Etsy stream. And I think we can get anything on here. Get doggo. Get like a heart, a paw print. And I was looking here. I did look at this before. Someone in the comments, if we are to believe them, did say that the picture doesn't do it justice. It's so much clearer than the picture shows. But that could be paid marketing, you know? Now, white turquoise is the cheapest. Oh no, yeah, obsidian as well. But I might change the color depending on which cat I decide to get an image of. And then I'm not sure what the Nat 1 designs are. Oh, I see. So Nat 1 has a symbol, and the Nat 20 has an image. So I could get the cat, symbol, and then a picture of my cat. Yeah, well, let's find out what you guys think about this, because I think it is pretty freaking cute, to be honest. Yes, no. I'm gonna get so fast at doing polls. Dice. I'll make the poll longer on Twitch as well this time because I've only been giving you guys a minute. Okay, well, I think everyone who's voting is on Twitch, so that's fine. There's one vote on YouTube, which is a yes, and then there's 6 votes on Twitch, 5 of which are yes. So I think this one's going to be a yes, but it's $40 though, which brings us halfway through our budget. But that's a win. It looks like. Look at all the tabs I have open. Ah, that's why you guys are saying no to stuff. You're metagaming. Pixel Ninja High. Don't metagame. Don't metagame. You you see something you like the look of, we gotta take it. We gotta take it. Okay. Oh, actually. No, you don't want to get ripped off. That's very kind of you. That is very kind of you. But don't worry, this is entirely paid for by my Patreons. So it's all good. Okay. I swear the lighting on my face is bad right now. It's in this mode. I think it's the light from the monitor here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm high on Sake. Thank you for the follow. Here, let me fix this real quick. Very annoying. Got a very bright monitor when it goes. Like it's the Etsy screen that's just blaring me in the face. Yeah, I want to get the cover. That's a good gift for my wife. That's a very good gift for my wife. My other fear is how long it takes this stuff to reach me. Especially stuff like that, where it's like they've got to personalize it and send it out. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Crazy timing. I discovered your YouTube channel like 2 hours ago, and I've just been binging. And just noticed you were live too. Well, thank you. I'm curious, Hyon. Hyon Sake? Do you prefer Twitch for live streams, or do you prefer YouTube? Alright, there we go. That should fix. Yeah, I look much better in this monitor now. Much better. Twitch for live, YouTube for playbacks. Interesting. I think I'm the same, Silence. I think I'm the same. I just saw that Digit Deficient earlier said, put your face on a dice and give it to your wife. Yeah. I wish I could put her face on a Nat 20 and my face on the Nat 1. So I watched me 2 weeks ago. Well, welcome in. All right. Next up. I kindly request that you guys think, because I'm pro this. I want you guys to think about the YouTube thumbnail. I want you guys to do me a favor here. Think about the thumbnail. Think about me holding a tooth and how well that thumbnail will do. Don't say no. No. Think about the thumbnail though, guys. We're not thinking about my career over here. You will not watch that video. Oh my god. Fine. Right. Let me do a poll. I feel like I know where this is going to go though. New poll. Yes. No. I think it's just a D4. Teeth. I'm spelling teeth like that on purpose. Do I get the teeth dice? Too much red. Oh man. What about an unpainted one? It gets so cheap. We can get an unpainted one for like nothing. It will barely eat into the budget. It's $7. If we go small without jar, we get a tiny little unpainted tooth for $5. Ashley Johnson would approve. Don't make me use a veto on the tooth dice like I'm some weirdo. All right, hold on. Let's see what happens. So, YouTube's coming through. YouTube is coming through for me. Twitch, surprisingly against the teeth. Unpainted is better. I'm not a painter, though, so it won't get painted. You know? But it's way cheaper. That's the thing. It's like $20 cheaper. And it's large or small. Which, it's just $3 to go. You got to go large, right? Oh, there's a video. I think it's great. But I am aware that is true. That is true. What the hell is this? You saw a ad for dice made from T-Rex bones. I saw that as well. That was I was doing another video about weird dice. And it's these ones, right? They made $600,000 to make these dice. They kind of, usually there's a lot of scammy stuff going on here. But first glance, though, you can never really trust that. Apparently a third of like, or maybe a fifth of all Kickstarter fundings goes to scams. I don't know. I think this is pretty cool. I think there's like, this makes more sense to me than like the human bone dice or like other weird dice, because people collect dinosaur fossils and there's like a whole educational side of it, which I think is pretty cool. Uh-oh, did I break it? Oop. I think these are pretty cool. Pulverized bone. I like these ones the most. The ones where like they seem to be teaching me something. I don't know what it is, but there's text on there, you know. Teeth. What's happening, Stonebridge? But the dinosaur bones are not. They're not in the running. They're not in the running right now. The real question is, do we get teeth? Do we get teeth, dice, or nay? Indeed, what's up? Elements. Indeed. You have a friend who likes painting miniatures who would love you forever if you let them paint that. I have a friend who likes painting miniatures who would hate me forever if I let them paint this. I don't think I want to paint a tooth. It is pretty crazy that they're charging $20 to or $15 to paint it. But you know, and we can get a lot of them. Do we want 946 teeth? I think that's pretty solid. Make this poor person paint 946 of these teeth. Watch the video, watch that thumbnail, get the video demonetized on YouTube. Nah. Well, then that leads to another video about how I got demonetized. Yeah, there goes the budget. Right. What's the budget looking like so far? So far, we have 3 items, right? Going crazy? Hold on. We have 3 items, and it's about $120. That's the biggest lie ever. It's about $160. So we have 140 left. And I feel like it was a no on this. So, 80% said no on Twitch, and on YouTube, it's 50-50. But it's a no. It's a no for the teeth. I'm going to pull the teeth to the back there and see if later if I need to spend a veto to get them. Because the thumbnail. All right. Moving onwards and upwards. You want to see what's later? Okay, yeah. You're halfway through the budget of $300. But maybe I'll add more. Like I said, if people subscribe or donate and give me free Twitch Prime memberships, the money will go up. But only like $2 a time, because that's what I earn. Yeah, let me end that poll. Alright, so here we have a beautiful bowl. This is mostly in here because I would like a place to put my keys. When I come inside, I would like a key bowl in this room somewhere. I think it will look good in the background of my room. It's D&D themed. It is, however, $50. Down from $64, which I don't believe for 1 minute. And then we can get... Oh, hold on. The D12 is $50. The D20 is $60. D20 colorful is $80. So I don't know what all that means. I guess that's the D12 colorful. Right, we don't want... I don't think we want a transparent one. We want a color one. So that leaves us with probably the D12 one, right? D12 color. So it would be $64. Diamond option. What is the diamond option? So I'll start the poll. It's up to you guys. This is interesting. Bowl. Yes, no. I feel like you guys are going to go no because you want to see what else is in here, but... The D12 is the CR beacon. Yeah, isn't that not a cool thing? Don't do it. Looking for your keys, make a perception roll. Yeah. Look at the materials. If it's resin and not glass, that's overpriced. Item specifics. It says it's a unique dice bowl. A must-have to make your gaming experience more exciting. How this fun D20, D12 glass dice bowl, carefully connected by transparent glass, presenting a unique 20-sided and 12-sided dice shape. The sunlight shines through the dazzling glass and sparkling diamonds, reflecting a brilliant light and adding a touch of dazzling color to your desktop. Holy AI. Crazy. Its ultra-large capacity design can easily accommodate multiple sets of dice. Photos from reviews. It does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. But, yeah. Most of you guys are saying no. Yeah. Everyone's saying no. One person said yes. That's fair enough. Get a giant dice tray to put the dice bowl in. Commit to the bit. Yeah. Looks like some 4D thing, not gonna lie. From the top angle. Yeah, okay. You guys don't want t-shirts, right? Not bothered about t-shirts? I just want to do a quick, like, in chat right now, type 1 if you think I should ever buy a t-shirt from Etsy. Type 2 if you don't think I ever should. I feel like you guys are going to hold off. You guys aren't going to go for anything like this until we've seen everything else on here. Yeah, two. Not for $25. All right. Yeah. We'll skip the... Okay, now we're into some fun stuff. Okay. This is $33 for a 3-pack. I guess you connect each one of these to it. It rolls dice for you. You know, if you're ever feeling really lazy and you don't want to roll your dice, you can just kind of pop this, and it's like, and it's catapult as well. So we'll cut. Oh, that's the 8-pack. It's actually a pretty cool display case, as is as well. Like I'm not lying there. That you put that on the shelf, you fill each one with certain dice, and it's a display case. Obviously 3D printed, which I presume a lot of stuff is. I'm fine with that. Like, I don't have a 3D printer, so it is what it is. Let's do the poll. A poll? Yes. Oh. No, I'm gonna call this a dice doer. That's what it does. It does dice. Your experience on shirts from Etsy are not very good. Yeah, you're right. I presume that would be the case. Not gonna lie, that could be nice for like players to have their attacks pre-laid out so they don't gotta pick out tons of dice. Found a dice ball for $35 on Dolls. Cool. It looks like this is gonna be a no on the dice doer. Yeah. Mostly a no. 2 people have said yes, though. The two people who want this, make your case. I do think it's fun. I do think this is the kind of thing. There's more stuff to look at, though. And if we didn't have the dice crossbow already, I would be more tempted by this. Because it's dumb. But there'll be some people out there who are like, I want this, you know? And that's the kind of stuff that I want to find and show off. Use that popper for death saves, maybe? But seems unnecessary. It'd be cool for a session and then never come out again. I think most of this stuff is going to be that case. I think most of it is going to be the case. You guys are going to regret so hard not buying the tooth die. I just know it. You guys are going to be like, at the end of this, you're going to be like, bring back the tooth die. Yeah, the thing previously is just a crossbow that fires dice. Duality on side, damage dice on the other. I can see it. Okay. Yeah. But it feels like it's a no. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm looking at the results of the polls. It's definitely a flat out no. All right. We're in the world of, I guess, 3D printed dice contraptions. And this one is a self-loading dice tower. What's he doing on that side? Nothing. Yeah. It select color gray. Okay. So this one I'm not sure what the use case is. I do have very few dice towers. So I am in the market for a dice tower. There's a YouTube video about this, is there? Doing it for cheaper? Oh, hold on, let me start the poll. Self-loading GT. That's too much. You think 43 bucks is too much for this? I'm splitting this. It's pretty expensive, but it's also cool. Can you add an options to the poll for push to end of this list? Yeah, you can just ask me, I think. Do you want me to push this to the end? The only thing I'm worried about is that you guys are going to spam that one, and we're going to loop through the list indefinitely. It's going to be like Groundhog Day. You put at the end? You have free shipping clicks for your search results? No, I don't. No, I don't. I'll put this at the end. I'll put it at the end. All right. Dice soap. There's one person voting on, like, all the voting's happening on Twitch, which I like. I just want to thank the one person who's keeping the YouTube voting alive. Thank you very much. This is a fad. Right, where do you want me to scroll down to? So this dispatch is from the United States. So this is a tariff boy for sure. I just wonder what they smell like. If only it was soap on a rope. I got you, Neod. What's going on? Oh, are you the voter? I appreciate it. I am counting your vote, so don't worry. Don't worry. All right. I'm gonna try and sell this to you guys. Okay. Imagine me doing a YouTube video when I get all these. And in that visual audio medium, I tell you what things smell like. Right? It's a good part of the video. I am curious to see. Here's the big curiosity. Do these flavors? We got lemongrass for the Dungeon Master. We got tea tree thyme for the fighter. We got tea tree bergamot. I can't read that for the monk. Do they suit the classes? That's my biggest question. If I smell that, do I think of the druid? Right? A smell tier list, yeah. I would be more excited if this was Canadian. Sorry, not Canadian. Candles. This might be Canadian. Oh no, this one's United States. But candles would be cool, but still. I will start the poll going. I hate how I have to type in yes, no. Every time. I don't have to do that on YouTube. Dope. Would I sound British or Scottish? Yeah. I'm British. I am British. But I'm not in Britain. That is yeah, kind of confusing. Please let there be a real die at the center. That would be cool. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think it is. Each bar is hand poured in small batches. Hold on. Let me start the poll on YouTube. Hidden inside every D20 is a full set of acrylic or resin gaming dice, making each bar a fun reveal and a perfect gift for TTRPG fans, Dungeon Masters, and adventurers alike. So it does have a full set of gaming dice, and in fact, maybe that's one of them. So suddenly, that price looking a little bit better, eh? Well, the real question is, what would we get? Dungeon Master? Yeah, they're all the same price. That's good. It doesn't matter, because most people... oh, we got some new voters on YouTube. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay. So, on Twitch, we have 5 votes and 2 are saying yes. And on YouTube, we have 3 votes and 2 are saying yes. So that means that 4 out of 6. No, I'm an idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 50-50? Is it goddamn... Oh no, people are voting no. People are voting mostly no, but one person owns it. Is it 50-50 again? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's 8 people voted. And sorry, I'm looking between 2 different screens now. 4 no, 4 yes. Yeah. Okay, maybe this one gets put at the back then. Maybe it puts it at the back. Yeah, maybe someone does. Yeah, let me search Canada for D20 soap. Sent from Canada. Okay, cool. Sent from Canada, D20 soap. I guess these guys. 20-sided dice, D20 soap. Dispatch from Canada. Perfect fans of Magic, D&D, and all the geeks in your life. Yeah, cover all the bases. But do these come with the D20? I'm not actually that bothered about them coming with the... Yeah, I think they do. Okay, so these are now the soap. Okay, I'm gonna leave... I can't. I'm gonna redo the Twitch poll. Is there a way that I can just redo it? No. Ugh. And does this change anything? Now that they're Canadian. And then on YouTube, you can change your answer if you want to. Oh, people are yes on the soap. Okay, cool. Because I kind of want some new soap. So, here's the downside of the soap situation, right? And it's a problem with most soap in the world, actually, but specifically this one, because it's so aesthetic, is you use it once, and it's ugly. Right? That's the problem here. You use this once, and you just have like a ball of soapy mush. But it's good. It's good to use that first time, I guess. I wonder how balanced they are. All right. Oh, okay. Everyone's team yes. All right. Okay. Good. I like that you're pro-Canadian. Hold on. Let me stop here for a second of all the stuff we're buying, because this, I guess, like Black Onyx is pretty cool. But only $8 is a bargain, so you're really not losing much on there. Which means that our budget is now at... Yes, I am pulling out my calculator for this. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, you guys still have $130 to spend. So being don't go with the US seller. Yeah. Fair. Gotta try rolling them. Yeah. All right. Where are we here? Next up. Well, first of all, is there anything in here that's cool looking in the general soap world? Nah. All right, lads. Is this Canadian? No. Can we find it in Canada? What do we call this? Hand painted Viking dice tower. Show filters. Wait, how do I deliver to ordering from? How do I change this to Canadian? How did I just do it before? Yeah, yes, that would be perfect, actually. I'm not going to lie, it would be firing the crossbow into this guy's mouth. is fantastic. I don't actually know how to within X miles maybe. No, I don't want to show off where I am on stream, so I'd have to like log in for that. I literally had it before when let me go to homepage. I literally had it with the soap. Like when I searched D20 soap, it came up and said, yeah, right, okay. Sent from Canada, perfect. So now if I search Viking Dice Tower, Etsy, why? I guess it doesn't exist in Canada. That's a shame. Well, knowing that, guys, I'm going to presume that we don't want to spend $75 on this. It's probably going to be over $100 easily after delivery and stuff. CA at the end. You mean down here where it says deliver to? Yeah, it's fine delivering. We want it to come from. Where did dispatch in one day? Dispatched from. Lads. We did it. There is no Viking Dice Tower though. Unfortunately. Well, there is some cool looking dice towers. I have to say. We could get the Eye of Darkness Dice Tower. The Photoshop of this is so funny. It's so obvious that they photoshopped that on there. There was a cool one that was about 45 in the Dice Tower world. One of these guys. Yeah, one of the 41 guys. Yeah, what do we like? I kind of like the tree-looking guy. I would go brown. $41? I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, if I get some ones in chat, we can do this one. But if not, I'll move on. I think it looks cool in principle, but I think it's probably really small. The dimensions of it. Yeah, my spider sense is tingling on this one. I don't trust it. Yeah, mostly twos. Yeah. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. Let me see if I can find this from United States, from Canada as well. I think just Dice Holder in general is a good thing to search. Dispatch from Canada. Yeah. Whoever said the Canadian things changed the game completely now. So I guess the equivalent would be one of these guys. And this is like, if it's wooden handmade, what do we think of this fun little... I want to see it sheathed. But yeah, it's a wooden sword dice holder. There it is sheathed. And now it is normal. Oh, it's you, nice, Michi. Your brother got one of those, it broke super easy? Okay. What about general TTRPG terrain? We can search TTRPG terrain. Oh my god. Look at this thing. It pushes us over budget, but I'd be willing to, if you spend all the budget on this now, that's so expensive. That's way too expensive. It's way too expensive. These rocks low-key look pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie about that. I do like, and so does this. Oh, so this forest. The painful thing is, I guess I know that these are 3D printed, and they're probably making such a profit on them. Oh, a hangman's tree. Hold on, let me add a few of these. Are we Canada? No. No, we're not. So we have the trees. Let me add whatever this is. Let me add this. That is $650. We're not buying it, but we're gonna look at it. All right. There's not really anything here that I'm too like insanely crazy about, apart from maybe this. I do like the look of this because it can be both used as a dice holder and a piece of terrain. Like you could put minis in there and they can fight each other in like a duel type situation. I do think that looks pretty cool. Here, let me close. Can I close tabs to the left? That's nice. Oh, the places we've been, the places we've seen. All right. A lot less tabs now. A lot less tabs. So yeah, this one is actually quite interesting to me. I'm going to leave this up for the poll, and then we'll move on to the next ones as well. When I remember how to do a poll. What is this even? What is this? What do you call this? I guess freaking, I'll just put like Rain Arena. Dice Arena, yeah, works as well. On sale for the next 10 hours. That's true, yeah. $52 though. It's a chunk. It is a chunk. That will drop us into the less than $100 range. I'm not going to click check. I'm putting all these in a separate thing. I'm going to buy them all off stream. But thank you for looking out for me. All right. Getting some yeses. Okay. So this is a yes. And I've got 10 hours to buy it. Dude, thank God. Because if that was 10 minutes, I'd be sweating. Okay. Consider that bought. Yeah, Science, don't ban people for voting a different way than you like. Next up, we have some trees. I think terrain like this is so useful because you can like use it for so many different things, and you can put them on the side and just give people like a you always need trees, right? But the question is, are they painted? Because I don't want to paint them. It looks like they're not painted. Which does be a shame. Yeah. Set B is dead. This is pretty perfect for tabletop wargaming. Okay, so set B is dead. Alright, so set B is painted. But it ups the price. And I only want painted. So if we go for the big one, we can get smaller for $13. or we can get bigger for $27. And they're painted, which is pretty sweet. Have I taken into account shipping? All that stuff is tied into the fact that it's supposed to be a $500 budget, and I've lowered it to $300 to cover us on that. So yeah. Yeah. Delivered from small business in Canada. So I've got $200 set aside for shipping. And don't worry, if it goes insane, I'm not going to get it. Like, if we're obviously taken advantage of, I'm not going to do it. You say yes to B12? Alright, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll on this one. $13 is not bad. So... Silence, can you do polls? As a mod? Why is my computer taking off? Polls are live. Anything that isn't on sale, wait a couple of days within your car and you might get coupon codes. Okay, good to know, good to know. Thank you. Okay, this is a lot of yeses. I think this is another yes. You guys like terrain, it seems like. But yeah, I will do that. I will leave them in a cart for a little bit and see what happens. Okay, I would say that's a pretty big yes. 2 people said no, but most people said yes. I don't actually know what this one is. Hold on, let me add that to the budget. And let me tally this all together now. Alright, so you guys have $70 left, just so you guys know. And shipping on Etsy, at least in the US, is really decent. I can't say for Canada, so I'll get this. I'm getting screwed by tariffs if it comes over the border. I am getting screwed by tariffs. But that's why I'm setting aside $200 just for that. Yeah, if you can make polls, Silence. You want to try making one now? Do you want to try making a yes/no one for... hold on, what is this? Oh, actually, these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. I do actually like these a lot. Yeah, can you do a yes/no poll for, I guess, ice terrain or rocks on Twitch? I can quickly do the YouTube one. Oh, hold on. I think we need to end the last one. Do we? Yeah. You want to see what's at the end? We're coming to the end of it pretty soon. Don't forget, a few of these tabs are old ones. We've come full circle on. Am I going to make it into a video once I unbox this stuff? I am, yes. This is but one section of a much larger video about Etsy in general. So. I'm checking my mod tools. I can only test when you're live. No worries. Do you want me to do the poll? I can do the poll for this one anyway while you're looking around. Yes. No. Ice. Dock. Okay, poll is live there. Let's look through some more of these photos. So, I should say, where's this coming from? It's come from Carter, which is good. We have a lot of options, actually. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I kind of like mountain. I guess that's just the grey one. That's ice, obviously. And we'd go with the small one, because you guys don't want to spend $60. I presume. That would be your entire budget. So $35 is probably a smarter place. That's a no from you guys. So fair enough. I think you guys want to be a bit stingy with your money now. Modular cult ritual site, $45 plus. So if I just want props only, it's $45. Terrain only, $100. I'm gonna skip past this one. I feel like we can't afford it. We don't just want the props; we want the full thing. So that's done for. This is $650. I just wanted to look at this. This is not on the table because holy crap, how cool is it? It's just multiple buildings and a wall and a fence and the whole town. I would love one day to play a game with something like this, like just properly out there. And they've got a bunch of stuff like that. Where you're spending like $700 every single time, which just, you know, is insane. And you also, I guess you get a lot of use out of these because you can just reuse houses and things a lot. But in general, you can't change the shape of them or anything like that, right? So, yeah, not during this economy. I think Nerdverge has a video up where she shows you how to make something like this. I'd believe it. I'd believe it. Okay. This is dispatched from United Kingdom, so I'm going to say no to that. These are from the United States. I'm going to say no to that, but they were fundamentally a lamp. And I kind of want a lamp. So I am going to search D20 lamp. What a... Oh, it's... but alas, there's not really any D20 lamps. Unless you count this one, but it's $164. Oh my god, these can go to hell. There's no way these are $73. These are the dice that I tested on my first dice accessory video. They didn't work. They did not work. They wouldn't charge. They wouldn't, like, do anything. When you roll them, they wouldn't light up. They were, like, unbalanced because of it. And I got them for, like, much cheaper than this. This is insane. I've never seen a bigger scam. This is wild. Yeah, this is like a drop shipping thing for sure. Yeah, sure. Sure, mate. Avoid this at all costs. I say that's someone who has bought it and been very, very disappointed. I've even had some people in the comments say, I got mine and it worked. I'm like, good for you. I still would never pay $73 on it. No. Alright, these are cute. These are fun. Still getting mad. I got very annoyed at that freaking thing. What about minis? Okay, we can take a look at minis. But I'm trying to think of what it would take for me to get a mini though. I've got a lot of minis already. The torchlights were pretty cool. Hold on. Like this? Is that what you meant? I mean, not gonna lie, like, setting it up on a wall is pretty fun. Like, decorating my D&D room with actual torches. Unfortunately, $95 is pretty insane. And out of our budget. But yeah, that's a cool cosplay situation. The torch looks good. Anaska. Tiamat mini. All right, okay. We'll do minis after this one, but for now, bear in mind how much did I say you guys had left? Was it $70? Yeah, 68 bucks technically. This is the dice catapult. I don't think we need to talk too much about it. I think it's very clear what it sets out to do. And it's very clear from the video that it succeeds in being a dice catapult. I will do a poll. That's ult. Now, you are right in thinking we're already getting a crossbow, right? You are right in that. But you got to think, what are my players going to use to defend themselves against me using my dice crossbow on them? And it makes sense. Oh. The catapult would be a good start. All right. Poll is live. Should I buy the dice catapult? Yeah, double dipping if you're getting the crossbow. It's not double dipping. It's not. It's... Look, I'm not American, but I feel like if I have something that I can attack my players with, they should have something that they can attack me back with, right? Too distracting. Did that $68 include the $2 from the sub earlier? You are right, sorry, you are $70. Yes, that sub did add to the budget. Looks like the crossbow, no. That's from the US. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. Good shout. I still want to find one. Dice catapult. You'll tell me that it's not. Did I spell catapult wrong? How do you spell catapult? I did just see something else that I liked though. I think the catapult's gone forever. But oh, it's $112. This is fun as hell though. Rotating dice display stand. That's so nice. Holy crap. Okay, out of the budget. Out of the budget though. You could use the catapult to snap some players into concentrating, yeah. Maybe try a trebuchet. What's the difference between a trebuchet and a catapult again? Something to do with weight, right? That would break. This would break? I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta trust. You gotta trust the Etsy seller. You know? Well, it's out of our hands. The catapult situation, I feel like it's gone with the win now. That makes sense. You guys seemed pretty against it, though. So, what about a dice bow? This is mostly just a holder. This holds things. Where is it from? From the United States. Why are you doing this to me? Myself from earlier when I found all these. I'll tell you what, the search functionality in Etsy is terrible. It's really bad. Like I will click into like rotating Ferris wheel, I will copy and paste that and I'll paste it into the search bar and it won't come up. I'm just like, what? Okay, anything of interest here? No, not really. Not really, not unless we want a tree that holds dice. Ah, okay. Where's this coming from? The Ukraine? Nope. Where's this coming from? United States? Nope. But I did like this. I have to say, I did like that. Here, let me... I feel like we're just getting the same stuff now. Now that we've limited ourselves only to Canada. We kind of, that's just an actual crossbow. We're kind of stuck in the same loop. Search for Mimic Box. Wait, Canada. Yeah, I just don't. This is insane. The engagement box, the Mimic engagement box. Dice Tome. Modern Mimic box. An Amazon box, which is a Mimic, is fun. But nothing's really jumping out at me in the same way, which is a shame. What if we literally search D&D? What if we just search D&D and then Canada? Did we look at this? Hold on. Am I going crazy? Did I not have this in here? Did we look at this? Was this a no? I think this would be pretty fun. I think my wife would love something like this, if I'm being completely honest. For $32, you can get Mystery Dice Cauldron with wax seal and a full set of polyhedral dice inside. And you can choose the pattern on here. Pattern 6. Pretty cool. So this could be a fun thing to open on the... Oh no, I couldn't open it. I would get my wife in to open it, I guess. Oh man. An goodbye. Also try D&D and TTRPG because many sellers don't know you can sell using the D&D names. Right. I feel like I could get that for cheaper. On Etsy though, maybe? Okay. Another t-shirt. We seemed against t-shirts. I just thought this was a fun t-shirt. But you guys are right. I wouldn't trust a t-shirt from Etsy. Personally. And that brings us back to the tooth die. And this lever action thing. Which we voted unanimously to pull back round. Titan Tarask. Last search. In this one? Yeah, I'll search it. You still no on the tooth? It's fine. You don't have to have it. He's got to live in my house. One of these? Holy crap, look at this guy for like a Daggerheart Colossus situation. Second one. It is pretty cool. I will give you that. But to get the 65mm one, it is between $24 and $306. Because I'd have to paint it myself for 24 bucks. And I'm not willing to do that. So that's going to be a no from me, I think. Yeah, painted would be well over budget. Would be well over budget. It's very cool though. But yeah, no. I think what this comes down to is whether or not I spend, let me change the quantity to 1, spend one of my 2 remaining vetoes and get the tooth. And then we leave it there. Waffle, live purchasing, shopping, D&D accessories. You had to tune in. Yeah. Oh, is it from Canada? No! I want the teeth. I want the teeth. I want them. I wonder if that's worth the tariffs. Surely there's a Canadian. So there's someone in Canada selling teeth. Oh, that's a pity. That is a shame. All right. Okay, so we've hit the point now where we have $70 left. And I have 2 vetoes. I think I might, personally, use all my vetoes to grab the cauldron. 40, 56. I would be willing to get these 2 as our final 2 things, which would take us slightly over budget, but I'm fine with that. And I would spend a veto for that. How much would the tariffs be, though? Who knows? 70 left. The original budget was $300. I can go through everything we're going to get. Make sure it's Canada. Yes, this one's Canada, and this one is... Nah, it's the United States. It's the United States. We can find ourselves a cool, like, dice tower from Canada for, like, $40. Surely. We were looking at the tree earlier. Maybe the tree makes it back in. There's something, I just love the fact that someone's selling this for $15. I get a TARDIS. Alright, how many items do I have altogether? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I get my... I'm gonna spend a veto and add 32 to this. Let me add on. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna get one of these. Maybe the Mug Dice Tower? This one? $60, bro. Have you heard of Pixels Dice? I'd love your review. I have heard of Pixels Dice. I would love my review too. They contacted me offering to send me a free D20 last year. And I was really excited because I was like, I could do a really good video on that. I am genuinely interested. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, would I spend $300 on this dice set? It's like, for anyone who doesn't know, Pixel Dice is like a Kickstarted, high quality, expensive tech dice set, which allows you to roll, and it would roll on your computer at the same time, including like D&D Beyond and stuff. And I think it had a few other things, like they lit up nice, they were pretty, it probably had a few more features. They did really well on Kickstarter. And then they were like, okay, now we just have to develop the dice and make them work. And up until today, it's been like years, and people still haven't got these dice. And there are a few prototypes out there. There are a few ones you can get your hands on. And yeah, they contacted me asking like, oh, do you want one to review? And I was like, 100%, I would love to review that. And they were like, okay, we'll send it to you. And then like a month passed and I heard nothing back. I contacted them back again and they were like, oh, leave it with us. We'll find out what happened. And then like even more time passed, and then they contacted back and being like, "Oh, sorry, we ran into some issues. I think they said the tariffs were the cause." And they were like, we just can't get it to you. And I remember thinking, can't get it to me? Surely you just pay the tariffs. What do you mean you can't get it? Like, I understand you can be like, it's too expensive now, but it's not going to block you. You just have to send it to me. Also, like, tariffs shouldn't be affecting them exporting stuff from the States. I guess it affects them importing materials, makes things more expensive. But if they have the dice ready to send out, they should just be able to send it. Now, that was before. I've realized now that Canada has put tariffs on to combat America, but they don't pay the tariffs. I pay the tariffs. It's like Canada pays the tariffs there. So I don't know, it was very confusing, very weird. And I was fine to let it go, but then they were just like, but if you really, we'll try and send it to you, but also you can go and buy them physically in this shop. And I'm like, I'm not going to go spend $300 on a dice that you were about to send me for free. Are you kidding me? So I was left with kind of a bad taste in my mouth there with that stuff. Mostly because I've not heard anything from them since. Like, nothing. So I don't mind that to and fro about the tariffs. I understand its issues. It's the communication, they just died. It just died. They were just like, nope, you want to buy it yourself, you buy it yourself, we'll figure something out. Nothing. It's getting blocked from customs and sent back. Well, they should let me know that. They should let me know that. And then, because the way that I saw that conversation one, it was like, hey, do you want a free dice? Yeah, I'll review it. And I was like, cool, go for it. Hey, where are my dice? Oh, sorry, yeah, we'll try and get it to you, but also just go spend $300 on dice. We'll just go buy them yourself. That's kind of how that conversation went. On top of that, there's just been a lot of videos recently. I think Crispy's Tavern did the big one. Who, in all fairness, Crispy's Tavern seems like a great channel, great person. Definitely a drama channel, so you have to take it with a pinch of salt. Maybe they are bigging stuff up, but it does seem like there are a lot of people who are very upset that they don't have their dice yet, and they feel like they've been scammed by Pixel Dice. So I've thought about it. I've thought about going out and buying a dice because they're here in Toronto. You can buy them in a shop, which is the biggest joke. Because, like, why can I buy them from this shop, but the people who kickstarted it don't have them yet? But I just know that, like, that video won't, like, the money and time invested in making that review, I don't know if it's worth it, you know? I don't know if it's worth it. Considering the prices, I get that people are upset. It's just, yeah. Was that one with the rechargeable LED dice? I believe so, yeah. Yeah. If they get the materials from China, it might be that. Yeah, there's a whole. You should go watch the Crispy Tavern video on it. It is interesting. It does seem like I don't know. I don't think they're necessarily scamming anyone. I don't think it's like an moral or ethical issue. I think it's simply that they were underprepared to get the funding they got and then follow through with it. I think it was just a lot harder than I thought it would be, and then they've had issues like COVID and now politics, import and export stuff that have thrown even more spanners in the works. And part of me is like, I understand that sucks. But another part of me is like, you got, how much did they get? Hold on. How much money did they get? Pixel Dice on Kickstarter. They got $3.5 million on Kickstarter, right? And I just feel like when you get that money, you can just make things go, you can just fix things. So it's like a choice to save money. Rather than do the thing. Which is just, it is what it is. So half of me is like, I feel bad for them. The other half is like, well, you've messed up though. Then like, there's definitely, you've not handled this well. So, is what it is. Is what it is. This is them. Pixel dice. Okay, SGM. Catch you later. Yeah, Crispy started out as a RPG horror stories channel, but lately it's drama. I still watch though. He's thorough. Yeah, I mean he's killing it. He's killing it. Right now, like his views are through the roof. So, and he's not like drama that's like other channels where they're just like every month it's like the new D&D scandal, and there's not really a scandal. It feels like Crispy's actually going out and hunting. Nice. Got an 8 Swingtail. Yeah, but Phil, it's a tax write-off. Yeah. So all that would do is give me 30% off the dice. When something's a tax write-off, it's just 30% off the price in the long run. I get that money back a year later. Someone will just come give me like $30, but it's not free. Yeah, Crispy started out as an RPG. Yeah, I already read that. Crispy nothing showed up. Yeah, it's that, and their communication is not great as well. You know, Nat 20, nice work. I'm high on Sake. Solid stuff. No, I don't think it was their intent things to go this way. I think they were legitimately trying to create this cool product, but they were woefully unprepared for the fulfillment process. Yeah, I agree. I know my org can't ship anything outside the US, and we can't receive anything. So many issues. Well, so what's causing that? Is that like a US thing? Or is it just like... Is it the other countries just being... like, I don't want to say dicks, because they are just defending themselves, I guess. Peep the Nat 20. Oh my god, you've said it beforehand. Very nice. Okay. You might be the best roller we've ever had, Sake. Oh, is it really loud when I rolled? Can someone try rolling a dice for me? I can't actually hear it. For whatever reason, it's muted for me. Oh, wait. Shouldn't you... You should be able to see the roll happen. Hold on. 19's pretty solid. Angry Goose. Very loud. Trying to fix it now. If I wanted to show you rolling dice, where would I be? There we go. There we go. 14. Is that quieter when it rolled as well? I'll try turning it down. Oh, is that still loud? All other countries are justifiably being dicks. I couldn't administration. Yeah. Thailand's reached a 10 stream streak. Nice work. Yeah. Look, it is what it is. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Alright, so I think within our budget, this is what we're looking at from our Etsy haul. Doesn't feel that much, really, to be honest. We are getting the crossbow, and that is coming from the United States. I'm taking the L on that. What can we do? What can we do? We are getting the... this is also coming from... This is before we started searching for non-US stuff. I might look through and find, like, Canadian versions of this stuff after stream. Before I hit buy. But I think this will be a nice gift. This will be a really nice gift for my wife. I'm going to get our cat on there. We're getting this. Also, I think it will be a nice gift for my wife. From Canada this time. Then we have this cool combat riser. from the States. I might see if we can fix that as well. Well, I think this is very cool. I think this is something I'm actually genuinely going to use on my table. D&D soap, solid stuff. Got to smell nice. The dice arena to be used for dice and as an actual mini terrain. And we're grabbing some trees. Right? When I say that we've spent about 250 bucks, it doesn't feel like it, does it? Lisa, you ordered everyone wooden dice trebuchets off Etsy for the holiday one shot. One encounter was literally, can you knock the minis over with D20s? Dude, if I can find a good dice trebuchet from Canada, I'd get it. How do you spell trebuchet? How do you spell it? T-R-E-B-U-C-H. Oh my god. 100 bucks though. What can we do? I think that within... Let me look at this for a second. Kind of a fun dice tower, I guess. I'm gonna use my final veto, my third and last veto here. I want to see what this squishy D20 is like. And that's from Canada. So there's that. And I'm going to say that's the full budget. And then I think we're in a world where, like, this is a video. This is a good, fun video of showing off this stuff. In general. $20 can be his head and that one can be his butt, yeah. Could play 4D chess on that riser. Indeed. Yeah, it's very Star Trek. Very Star Trek. By searching catapult, might have been too fancy with that. What about if I just search catapult full stop? You think we'll see actual big catapults? So it's got to be from Canada. Yeah, the US just I'm sorry, Canada. I love you, but the US just makes better catapults. They've got some slingshots. Dice catapult. Yeah, it just ain't happening, unfortunately. The catapult ain't catapulting. Canada doesn't glorify weapons like the US. I don't know what to say. It's a dice catapult. My theory is that, like, No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, America does glorify guns. I was going to say, in countries where, like, guns aren't legal, I feel like the toy industry would do better because they're more of like a exotic thing. Like in America, you can just go buy a gun. So why would you need a toy gun? But then I just realized that, like, yeah, America just would be buying both. Random one, but some people may find use on Etsy in the UK. At least people print minis for specific D&D campaigns. So there is someone who prints all minis for Lost Mine. Oh, that's cool. By chapter 2. Ooh. Mr. Gore, you love to browse all this fun stuff. But 1, I don't need any of it. 2, I can't afford it. Yeah, that's pretty huge. 3, where am I going to store all of it? Yes. Yeah. These are issues that I'm going to face. And I managed to get round 1, I don't need any of it, by saying I'm doing it for a YouTube video. I'm doing it for my job. I managed to get round 2, I can't afford it, by I mean, I still can't afford it, but by saying into my head that the video is going to be good and I'm going to make the money back. Like, if I make a video that gets 50k views, like if this video gets 50k views, then I probably make the money back over the course of the year. Because if it gets 50k views within like the first couple of months, over the course of the year, it'll make me the money back. However, then I'm just at like a net neutral. Like, it's not like I make money. Like, I've got to figure out a way to make money to make rent, I guess. So it's still not the best. But that's how I get around number 2. And then number 3, where am I going to store all of it? I have not come up with a solution for that, personally. I think I might just have to give them out to other people. What's the poll for? I missed it. Oh, is that poll still up? I think it was to buy or not buy the Dice Tower. Let me get rid of that poll. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, if anyone has any last minute things on Etsy that they've looked at and thought that's incredibly cool, I want to see what that looks like, let me know. Otherwise, I think we live a life. Where is? We live a life where these are what I'm buying. God damn it. Crossbow. Cat dice. Squishy dice. Cauldron. Blah, blah, blah. And I may get the teeth still. I'm going to see. I'm going to see how it goes. I might still get the teeth. I'm going to see what like shipping is like and stuff on the teeth. Yeah. You know what would be cooler than the human tooth? Like, I think what would be cooler than this would be like a dragon's tooth or something, you know? I don't know if it has to be, you know, a freaking wisdom tooth like this. You don't know, but you voted no on it? Very nice. After being a landed immigrant and multiple searches for dice weapons, you are now on a CSIS watch list. Etsy has been slowly dying to AI slop and dropshippers for a while now. There's so many reasons why I no longer sell my dice bags on it. It is a shame. That is a shame. I think Etsy used to be like on this throne of like really good handcrafted materials that are kind of unique in a way. And now it like going through this now, it does feel like it's a mix of like drop shipping, AI, and 3D printing as well. There's nothing wrong with 3D printing. If people want to 3D print and sell it, go for it. But you know, it loses that handmade quality, I guess, when I see a 3D printed thing, even if it's been digitally handcrafted. But yeah. eBay's good for painted minis as people get children and can't play anymore. I'm thinking about doing a Temu version of this. With the massive caveat of, I know it's a massive scam. And I know all those things are scams. And I kind of want to show just how bad quality some of the stuff I could get from Temu is. Oh, health potions. Oh, health potions. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Canada? Because genuinely, even though they're not useful in D&D, having just like these on your shelf is so cool. Do they last forever? Or do you, like, does the stuff inside it go off? I guess I'm not drinking it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, what if I do, like, ETRPG? Yeah, people like their wax seals nowadays. Are there any pirate maritime D&D items on Etsy? I'm in a pirate campaign and I'm struggling to find cool stuff. There may be. We can take a look. Temu is bad, but I've ordered dice from Temu before that are the exact same as Amazon dropshipped ones for a fraction of the price. That's my fear. My fear is that I do, because I don't like Temu, and I do a Temu video and it turns out that actually it's a good deal. I'm like, oh god, I've got to I've got to advertise Temu at this point. Yeah, Health Potion D4s 2. A Snap Together Kit Catapult from Ebong Inc. Is that Canadian? You can make these very cheaply. It's really fun. Yeah, I do like some health potions. What is it in Daggerheart? It's like 1d4 plus 2, right? For health. Okay. Ebong Inc. Is there any way that I can search sellers? Catapult Ebong Inc. Oh, this guy? Oh, hello, actually. 14 bucks within the budget. Put it together. Oh, you're making it yourself. This better come with some good instructions, Jesus Christ. Hey. Oh, so it's just in the US. Oh, this one's Canada. For the person who wanted pirate stuff, low-key battle mats have books that have grid maps with ships on for combat. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's see if this one has them. I was using them the other day. No, this is the one low-key battle map book that doesn't have a pirate ship in that I own. But it does have... If I can find it. It does have like a beach ocean situation on here, so you could put like a ship on this side and have like a fight going on the beach and stuff like that. But I've got two other books downstairs. I've got a massive one with a huge ship on, and a small one like that with a small ship on, and I kind of put them on the table, and you can move them separately, like they're moving around each other, which is really cool. Currently running a projector setup. Yeah, that'll do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna add this snap together catapult thing to the list. I think that's good. That's a very good find. Pirate D&D. So you got ships and stuff. Are you in the States, by the way? Oh, it's components. Look at their dice towers, and they're Canadian. Okay. Now we're talking. There's some interesting pirate stuff on here. Lyrics. components. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's true. We haven't even looked at just actual dice. Etsy sellers really be selling too much. What about a droid? What about an R2D2 dice tower? Select a color. I want it to be the R2D2 color. What do you mean? What do you mean, what color? No, I don't want, I want it painted. That's very annoying. No, this is, we've reached budget. We've reached the budget now, but we can throw stuff out. Like, I can get rid of the teeth, I guess. Also in the US, but this was great. For ship combat, so all the bits can be rearranged for different levels. Yeah. What's up, Dymac? How's it going? Please just search weird dice. Yeah, I think I'm on some kind of list where it really wants me to have the teeth dice. Surprisingly not that many weird dice. Or nothing that comes up straight away. Maybe it's an SEO thing. Maybe we try strange dice. Strange dice. Strange dice. Oh, I guess like the Canada thing's holding me back. The image for Blood Rage is crazy. That's a this one here, having the blood going off the thing is a wild marketing ploy. Some from Canada. Why am I searching for over $75? But yeah, there's not really any crazy dice that are taking my fancy, unfortunately. I am working on a. I'm gonna close this down now. Get rid of these guys as well. And these guys. Well, look at this. $30? But it's not painted. Ah, it's so annoying. I want it like that, not like that. It's so different. All right, so this is the world that we live in. We're getting a catapult. We're getting a tooth. We're getting some trees. We're getting a dice arena. We're getting some soap with dice inside it. We're getting a 3D combat visor. We're getting some mystery dice in cauldrons. We're getting a squishy D20. We're getting a D20 with my cat's face on it. That's not my cat. And we're getting a dice crossbow. Any questions? Any queries? Thoughts and prayers? What about ordering D&D scams video on Temu? I think that would do very well, Pulse. I think that's a good video idea, and I've thought about it in the past. Yeah. I test D&D products to see if they're scams. I think this is going to come way more than $300, but that's why I lowered it from $500. So, you know, we'll see what happens. The reason same items keep showing up is because they're paid to be put there. It's part of the ad program. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Anyway, I can show you. I was working on another video. I currently am working on another video. Of like the weirdest D&D stuff I own. I did buy 2 new D&D things that I'm going to show off in this. And I've not opened this yet, but one is the D&D dice mold. So that's going to be a ice cube D20 for drinks, but I want to see if I can roll it. So I'm going to play around with that tomorrow, probably. And then I got these as well, which I found out recently that they're supposed to glow in the dark. I found out recently that glow in the dark stuff absorbs light, right? We know that. Like, if I leave this in front of this light for a while, it will absorb it and it will glow. But you can supercharge them by using UV lights, which is something I found out yesterday. Hold on. If I, like, grab this D6, for example, and blast it with the blue UV light for a few seconds, I'm just going to leave that there under it. Oh, I see I have 2. And then I turn off all the lights in my room. Echo, turn off studio. We got some mood lighting now. I hope this works. I hope it comes off in camera. See if it's got enough yet. And I turn the lights off. Look at that. Look at it glow. See that? I don't know if it's coming up on camera too much, but it's glow. For me, it's glowing a fair amount. Like, I'm genuinely surprised. So I'm gonna look at that. And I know I know that's such a dumb. That's like grown man is surprised that glow in the dark stuff glows. But I bought dice in the past that just did not glow. I got scammed by them, and I thought these were going to be another scam, but they actually, for me, glow a fair amount. Anyway, so I'm going to be working on that video as a separate thing. Oh, no, it doesn't really show up too much. Ah, well. What can you do? What can you do? Roll the turn perception, can't see the room. Blinded visions, what's going on? If you need the behind the scenes on Etsy's for a scam video, I'm a DM, by the way. Maybe. That does sound like a fun video. I've been wanting to do one for Kickstarter, because I don't trust Kickstarter. I think there's a lot of trust. I trust Kickstarter as a company, but I just think that a lot of D&D people have a lot of trust in just Kickstarters. They're just like, oh yeah, you do it, you support artists and stuff. And then you have Kickstarters going and they make, you know, $1 million to make a book. And then it's like, you just made that guy a millionaire overnight. Crazy. Echo, turn on studio. Like that, Echo. Echo, turn on studio. There you go. I think Iron Man ever had like serious issues with Jarvis like that. I can't, there it is. Added a strip of backlights to your acrylic tower tray so you can light them for the whole session. That's very cool. Your Temu glow-in-the-dark dice are really bright, actually. Yeah, these were just from Amazon. So it's probably the same people. Just drop shipping stuff. But what can you do? You get sneak peeks. Yeah. This video is going to be... Because I also have my... where's my bone dice? I got some bone dice. I think I showed these off in a short, but I've not shown them in a video yet, so these will be shown off in a video. I went into a shop in Manchester, like as a kind of an independent marketplace known as Afflex, which is a massive building, multiple floors with just loads of little small boutique stores. And my wife's really into, I guess, vintage shopping and thrifting. So I was kind of walking around with her being like, oh, can we leave soon? It's like this maze. And she's like, what's that? And she points and there's a store that says TTRPG store. And I'm just like, here? That's so weird. And we walk in, it's got really cool stuff. And I just had to buy these bone dice. Now, this is ethically sourced animal bone, said the man. And you'll see the printing is completely wonky. Like, the 12 is in the 15, you know? It still seems to roll fine. It's still obvious which number it is, but, like, the 20 is, like, going into the 2. But yeah, I got a full dice of these, and they just feel really cool to hold. And I don't know, it's just one of the most unique dice I've had. So yeah, I'll talk about them as well. I have a homebrew mechanic spell where the player can only use the ice d20 unit until it melts. Problem is, the way the ice dice melts is going to start affecting the rolls instantly. You're in so much trouble if you do text-to-speech. Jarvis, shut down the stream. Yeah. Look, if I do text-to-speech and I charge money for it, you guys can turn my lights on and off as much as you want. If it's $5 a pop, go for it. I'm glad we found a catapult. Yeah, I think the catapult will make the video. I'd like to know if the D&D scented candles are worth it. I don't know how strong they'd be in a D&D room. I don't have any D&D scented candles right now, but I go through phases where I get some. I just have normal candles. If I'm being completely honest, normal candles can do the trick. Like, you can find some nice smelling candles that in your mind might smell like an elven city or might smell like a magical forest, right? So you don't really need to go out and find specific D&D candles. The D&D candles I've had in the past have been very good, though. Especially because I've had ones that, like, crackle a little bit as well. Like, the wick is like a special wooden wick that crackles. So, if you like candles, it's worth grabbing some. I've not been disappointed in them. They're usually quite strong smelling as well, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how sensitive to smells you are. But yeah, I recommend stuff like that. Plus, like, putting your money in D&D candles feels better than putting it into normal candles. Like, big candle doesn't need, more profits. Candles are supposed to be a scam as well. Like, I watched a YouTube video on it, and, like, the amount of money that goes into making a candle is, like, really little compared to the profit the companies are making. And the only reason why candles are so expensive is because the biggest candle makers in the space have just kind of all agreed to make it expensive. Like, they don't have to be, you don't have to go and spend, like, $20 on a candle. Gives you headaches? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you can get, like, D&D candles that don't smell that strongly, but for me, I'm like, what's the point? I might as well just get a candle. Like, the whole point of it is the smell, right? Do you think we can get D&D candles on Etsy? Oh, we can. Yeah, of course we can. What a stupid question. Of course we can. Dispatch from Canada. They're a little bit on the pricey side. Yeah, let me show you. So I've got, like, the I Seduce a Dragon one, which is $57. We adopt every NPC scented candle, $37. I might be willing to do that. I might chuck out the tooth. I guess we go for ratings here, right? The 2.1 thousand people have given these ones 5 stars at the top. Smells like your text here is just very funny if I don't personalize it. Friendly Fireball, $37. Maybe go for that. Looting the village you were hired to save. Baldur's Gate candles? Are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to do that? So it seems like the most popular ones on here are indeed these top 3. It actually was a Mimic, is quite funny. But I don't know what that smells like. So I think I may have to go for the Friendly Fireball, because I think that probably smells like a fireball shot, which I'm not against. It's like cinnamony, right? Dispatch from Canada. 4 fluid ounces. And then whenever someone casts Fireball, you just light it for a few seconds and then blow it out. It should tell you what's sent. It should. Coconut soy blend with mica glitter. Surprise. Hidden resin dye inside each jar. Alright, okay. That's going. That's hanging out in there. I will figure out something else to get rid of. Oh, I'll make it work within the budget. So, that's all good. I knew this would happen. It's why I lowered the budget down from 500 to 300. Because I knew we'd go over it. And I knew with, like, all the added tariffs and delivery costs, it would make its way up to 500. Read the reviews and I check for a star seller for a candle and a soap bath bomb. Yeah, I'll double check all that stuff later. Yeah, I like the fun names, but what do they actually smell like? Yeah, that's just people buying gifts for the people who won't use them. My favorite thing I learned about was that KFC do a chicken-scented log you can add to your... Oh, yeah, I saw that as well. I saw that. Where did I see that? I think I saw another YouTuber do like I tried companies' products they sell. Oh yeah, it was Mr. Who's the Boss. Yeah, I kind of want to smell that log. Star sellers have to meet a higher standard in the previous month's have a fill star. Ah, okay, good to know. Good. Okay, not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. A successful buying stream. My question is, do I unbox these on stream when they all arrive? Or do I just do the video? I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to figure out exactly what the game plan is for that. Yeah, we'll see. I am going to, I think, end the stream. Unbox on stream? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I want to get in there with the camera and like shoot. I guess I could do that afterwards. On stream 100%. Well, we'll see. Re-rating someone? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think so. Well, we've got 10 viewers. It's not... Yeah. Let's see if anyone's live. If I was...
A clock. Will you choose?
Yeah, you know what? We'll just raid Robbie Landis over here. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and doing this experimental stream with me. Oh god, I always forget how to raid. Hold on. /raid. Yes, that worked. But yeah, guys, thanks so much. I will catch you later. Have a great week. And yeah, I'm going to go and spend, hundreds of dollars on Etsy now. Good stuff. All right. Bye, guys.